Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Back out here with my mic. China. Oh no, I've got a red light on it. Is it working? I have no idea. No, it's not. Oh god. Yeah, there's plenty of charge in it. I think we're there. Oh my god. The stresses of trying to deal with a microphone. Just to try and make it a little bit more professional and try and learn as I go. I'm getting there. I'll get used to it. I'm sure it's not the tools, it's the more on trying to use them. Anyway, good morning. It is a really lovely, bright Monday morning. It's still a bit cold, but no rain, which, is after the last month in January. It was so rainy and just throughout. So this little bit of sunshine, albeit cold, is a welcome relief. I'm probably not going to film much more today because I have a lot of admin work to do for my regular job. So I need to get on with that and get a lot of that done today as much as I can. Tomorrow, there is actually a Creative Careers Day at the Chichester Festival Theatre, and it's not for me but for my niece, and so my mum and my niece and I are going to go and see what is going on there. It looks really exciting. I wish these things were available. I mean, I'm sure they were, but you just didn't know about them like 20 years ago, or even 30 years ago for me, to be honest. But they've got like costume bit that I think you can go around, look around the costumes there and the props. I would have loved to have worked in the costume or the prop industry, basically film in general, really. But yeah, and they've also got like acting classes and singing, stuff like that. That's not for me. I don't have the confidence for that. But I'm hoping that she'll go there and see something that just sort of spark something in her. And she's had a bit of a tough time since her granddad died, my father died. It hit us all quite hard, and I think it'd be nice to get her to think about other careers that are out there, not just sort of like retail, or I mean, I love retail, but also, just like a creative career. I wish that I'd done this 30 years ago. I really do. I wish I'd got into the behind the scenes of film industry. I would have loved that. But anyway, hopefully something will spark something in her and she's still young enough to do something about that. So goals for this week. I haven't been reading much this year so far. I didn't pick up a book at all in January, which is so unlike me. So I'm going to try and finish Home by Indian Night. I started that back in December and I've got quite a few books on the go at the moment, and I've really got to get on with reading them because there's so many more that I want to read. I also want to clean the jewellery this week and get that up and ready to be able to list. I wouldn't mind making a start on the next jewellery box. I'll see how the week goes. But another thing that I really want to do this week is to do another art class, or at least do some drawing, and hoping to start filming that for my art channel. That's another goal for this week, is to film a video for my art channel. So I've got that planned. Obviously another goal for this week is to keep on my diet. I'm now heading into week 3 of my diet, and yeah, I've just got to keep going with it. I also really want to be able to go into town. Now again, that's going to be dictated by the weather this week, really, and I do think there's a lot of rain coming, but I'm hoping I can squeeze a couple of hours in somewhere, but we'll see how that goes. I did actually drive into town a minute ago as part of my driving for today, but I didn't bring my purse with me, so I couldn't go in and do any filming in the charity shops or anything. But yeah, well, I'll get to it at some point. Oh, I forgot to say actually, as I said last week, I'd signed up to some art classes and all these other sort of online things. And tomorrow night, the V&A has a talk with Guillermo del Toro and his creative team on their work on Frankenstein. And I thought that was a great film. I thought cinematically it was beautiful. I really do like a dark kind of, what do they call it? Dark academia kind of thing. And yeah, I did enjoy that film, and I thought it was visually stunning. So I'm going to be attending that tomorrow night, and online as well, so I don't have to trek into London to see it, which is brilliant. I really hope that more places do things like that. I know there was like a bit of a spate of them throughout the COVID times, but I know I used to watch a lot of live shows through a company called Fane Productions, I think they're called. But they don't seem to be doing so many these days. I think it was more of a COVID thing, really. So it would be really nice if a lot of these places started doing it again, because I love watching it online. I love not having to trek out. Even though I'm doing a YouTube channel, I am quite introverted, and I do like being at home and have my home comforts and having my dogs with me, so it's really nice to be able to attend these sort of things, online. So please do more of these big companies and museums and stuff like that. It's just hugely appreciated. So yeah, tomorrow, looks like it's going to be a busy one. So just see what happens the rest of the week, I suppose. It's Monday afternoon and I'm just trying out this, well, I wouldn't say new, but kind of new to me, ring light. I thought because it gets very dark quickly, certainly at the moment where it's obviously now February, thankfully January's over. I thought I'd try this ring light out because obviously the light it sort of disappears quite early afternoon. And I always tend to be filming more in the afternoon/evenings. Certainly I will be with my art channel. So I thought I'd come on and try this ring light and see how it films. And at the moment it seems okay. I'll have to play it back and see what the lighting's like. At the moment also I've got the curtains open, so I am getting some light coming in from my left hand side. My husband's used this before and he's gotten on fine with it, but it just feels very bright, but I'm not sure how it's coming out on screen. It does seem to be a bit of a shadow on this side, but that's because, like I say, I've got light coming in from the left from the window. It'd be interesting to see what this is like when I close the curtains. Might do that in a minute and test it out. But yeah, another new bit of tech, kind of, although it is really old, but it's new to me. So this is with the curtains pulled. Yeah, it's not too bad, I think. Yeah, could do with it being a little bit higher maybe. Let me just give that a go. Let's see how that goes. Hello. No, that's too high, isn't it? Way too high. Is that better? Still seems a little dark, but oh, I'll see if I can adjust the brightness. It's going to blind me, isn't it? Doesn't actually seem to be doing anything. Oh, no. I don't like that. So it's different. So that one was a warm one. This one seems to be a bit of a colder one. Well, that's colder. I quite like that, actually. Oh, that's very golden. Don't like that. I think that's the standard. That's the white. Let's see. I think golden's supposed to be more flattering, but I don't think it was. I think that's probably a bit more flattering, but that's the blue. I do seem to have blue undertones in my skin, actually, so that's probably why that looks a bit better. Yeah, I think I can get on with this. I'll play it back in a minute and see how it's coming out, but I think it's coming out from what I can see on my screen. Okay, it all depends what it's going to look like on the computer, but yeah, I'll have a look in a sec. I thought I'm gonna come on now and try and start filming for my art channel. This is probably a bit too dark for my art channel, isn't it? Maybe I should do it with some natural light. Yeah. Oh, sorry if this is a bit wobbly. I haven't got my bracket with me. It's Tuesday morning. I said yesterday I was supposed to come into the Chichester Festival Theatre today because there was a creative careers day and it was for my niece and my mum were going to come up here, but unfortunately they haven't made it this morning. I don't think my niece is feeling very well and the weather is my mum doesn't really want to drive in that, which is fair enough, and it would have been just too much for us to go into Portsmouth and then come back and all that, and the weather is absolutely atrocious today. But I thought to get out this morning I would come in and have a look and see if I could film a few bits and maybe have a cup of tea when I'm there, or a coffee. I'll see. Coffees aren't as great there. There's a lot of local independent coffee shops and we like our specific ones, and it's just a bit of a bog standard coffee there, but it's not bad. It's not as bad as a Starbucks or a Nero or anything, but yeah, I thought I would just pop along and see what's happening. I was also hoping to go into town and have a look at the charity shops, but the weather is atrocious. I'll show you in a minute. I'm sort of parked not too far from the festival theatre, so there's not a lot of walking involved, but to go into town I've got to, yeah, there's a lot of walking involved and I don't want to get soaking wet, let's be honest. It's too cold for that. It's 5 degrees at the moment and in the rain that's not a very pleasant thing. So yeah, I'll just show you that. Can I just flip it around like this? Can I do that? Is it going to let me? No, it's not. Okay, I'll show you in a sec. There you go. As you can see, not nice weather at all. Yeah, so I'll see if I can get into town at some other point this week, but the weather doesn't look great at all. Tomorrow's supposed to be dry, but I think I'm going to have to go into Portsmouth tomorrow because I didn't see my mum today. We'll see how that goes. I'm not sure. Yeah, so I'm going to head in now and see what's occurring. Hello, I hope this is working. I've taken my glasses off because they are very rainy and I don't want to smear them, so I thought I'd let them try and drip dry for a bit. Oh God, it was absolutely heaving in there. You know, it'd help if I put my mic up here, wouldn't it? The rain has addled my brain. That rhymed. Yeah, it's really busy in there, and it's a little younger than I thought it would be. I thought it might have a bit more sort of mature students as well, but it doesn't seem to be. It seems to be sort of like GCSE and yeah, sort of university time, which is fair enough. I'm sure they would cater to mature students if there was any in there. You know, it's a shame my niece couldn't come along. I think she would have loved it. I loved it. I didn't get a lot of footage. I felt really bad filming because, you know, there's a lot of young people there. Yeah, I didn't feel very comfortable getting the camera out. So there's a little bit, but there's not a lot. But there is signs actually everywhere saying that you're going to be filmed or photographed. So they've obviously got like a crew there that they're doing that for. So that kind of eased it a little bit. But yeah, there was such an amazing buzz in there. I just wish that I was like 30 years younger. There was I couldn't get to film it very well, but there was like wig making, courses talking about wig making. There was and costume and things like that, which is the stuff that I've always been the most interested in. And if I was 30 years younger, even 20 years younger, then I would throw myself into that. But unfortunately, the school that I went to, I mean, obviously those jobs were about when I was younger, but we just never heard of it. I think it's the whole working class thing, isn't it? You know, I think you don't get told about these kind of things when you're younger. I mean, I had piano lessons, which I suppose is probably not very working class, but maybe a bit more middle class. I had piano lessons when I was in my early teens, and it's such a huge regret that I gave them up. But I thought, what's the point? When you grow up with no money or little money, I mean, thankfully we weren't like really, really poor or anything, you know, we survived. But when you grow up where you haven't got like an excess of money that you can do these things that you want to do, you think that it's a bit of a waste of time. I mean, I did have the piano lessons, obviously, but I think there's a whole mentality, certainly from Gen X, maybe, I don't know, certainly my husband feels the same and a lot of friends do as well. You weren't aware these opportunities were out there. And things like this, certainly in the creative arts, certainly in the world the way that is at the moment, are so important. And the buzz in there was magical. All these youngsters at the cusp of their lives becoming so big, I'm actually going to cry. God, I'm quite jealous of them. Oh, jealous is an ugly word, isn't it? Envious of them, I suppose. Oh, and I wish them all the best in life. Oh my God, I actually teared up. Get a grip, woman. Oh, hormones. Menopausal women. Anyway, yeah, it was just such a lovely atmosphere in there, and all these kids excited, you know, groups of friends together as well that have gone there without their parents too, and it's just a real, just a vibe of what's to come, I suppose. And yeah, you kind of really feed off that, and it's a really lovely thing. And yeah, I hope they all go on to achieve amazing things, and I'm sure they will. But yeah, I wish that someone had said to me, certainly, I've gone off on a tangent, haven't I, when I was talking about my piano lessons. I wish someone had said to me, you know, you can actually make a career out of this. You can actually make money doing artistic things. Because I think this is why I've been so back and forth with my creative education. God, this is going to go on a deep dive, isn't it? I've always felt this kind of creative guilt, like I should be doing something a bit more, I wouldn't say the word normal, but a bit more kind of, you have it drummed into you, a bit more productive in a way. But arts are productive. I mean, everything exists due to art. You know, cars exist because someone designed them. You know, I could go, I'm going off on one. I'm gonna reel it back in. But you know, if someone had said to me, you can make a career out of whatever you want, and you know, seeing that today has really kind of given me a lift, and it just makes me want to crack on with my own creative career. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here because I am really rambling. I'm going to have my coffee. I wanted to go into town, but can you hear it? I don't know if the mic's picking it up, but it's a dreary day out there. But yeah, I'm going to go. I'm making my car steam up with my coffee and me talking. Yeah, I need to drive home now. But yeah, it was magical in there, absolutely magical. And I'm so excited for these young things to get on with their lives. And I'm very envious. I'll probably see you in my studio later. Hopefully try and do some creative things today, perhaps. I really do want to go into town, I've got to be honest. But I don't have if I'd have brought an umbrella, I would have done. Pain. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit.
Is this your piece of broccoli? Oh.
Oh, I have just got back in. Oh my God, it's cold out there. Got a cup of tea in my little dog mum mug. Oh, that's gone a bit dark then. What happened there? That's strange. I'm back filming on my phone because I mean, the DJI Osmo is okay, but I mean, it's pretty good, but I don't know, I just get on so much better with my phone and it's so much more convenient just having it to hand. Although, remembering my mic at times is a bit of a pain. I forgot it this morning when I started filming anyway. It looks like it's dried off a bit actually. Now I get in, it looks like it's dried out. Could have gone into town. I don't know. It was when I was out, it was that kind of rain that kind of, it's very misty and just soaks straight through. So to be honest, even though I'm looking out the window, it could still be that kind of misty rain. Let me show you. So yeah, not a lot seems to be happening. Can't see it. Rain's not bashing against my window or anything. God, it's quite nice and serene up here today, it feels. I feel so much lighter mentally today. Maybe it was just getting out of the house, to be honest. I don't know. But yeah, I feel in such a better place, better mood. I suppose it's just feeding off that, you know, when you kind of really pick up on an atmosphere. And I suppose when you go somewhere that's quite joyful, like I did, you know, with the Creative Careers Day, yeah, you just feed off that, don't you? I certainly am. I don't know if other people are, but I really do pick up on the atmosphere of places that I'm in, and I think that's just really picked me up today. Hello, it is just gone 4 o'clock, I think it is. Yeah, just gone 10 past 4. And I'm finally back in the studio. We just nipped out to go to Waitrose to get some steak and salad for dinner tonight because we just wanted to have a really quick dinner because we've got a Guillermo del Toro talk via the V&A. It's all online, thankfully. They are actually doing it in the V&A tonight, but unfortunately we're not in London, and to be honest, in this weather, that's probably for the best, although it would have been lovely to be there in person. But that means that we get to sit on the sofa, curled up with the dogs and with our gym jams on and watch it there with a nice cup of tea. So we wanted to have a really quick lunch, like I say, and the traffic was absolutely insane. Now, I know the weather's bad, but I don't know if there's something else going on at the Festival Theatre, because I think the Creative Careers Day is still going on, but I know all the schools locally have just kicked out as well, but it was absolutely chaos out there. Anyway, I'm back in the studio. I've got a couple of hours. Well, actually, probably not. Seeing it, yes, but coming up 4:15. I've at least got an hour. So I thought I would come up here and try and do a bit of drawing. And I've got my 2 drinks. I've got my main course and my dessert. So I've got a nice cup of tea with soya milk and a black coffee that I made in my Sage Barista Pro. I was just using up the last of the coffee beans. We've got so many coffee beans to get through. I'm a member of a subscription company called Dog and Hat. Again, this isn't sponsored. I don't have a monetized channel, but they are a fantastic small business, and they every month I'm signed up for 4 bags a month, and you get coffees from independent roasters, and it's such a fantastic way of trying so many amazing coffees from so many independent small roasteries, and they all support really good projects in these countries where they buy the beans from. It's brilliant. I'll put a link in it in the description for anyone that's really interested in coffee, but it's a really good subscription service. And recently I've been very lazy and we've been nipping out to the local coffee shops and getting coffees, and I've really got to get on with making them at home a bit more. But yeah, that's a bit of a tangent, wasn't it? Just talking about my teas and coffee. And anyway, yeah, so I'm going to stop rabbiting here and I'm going to try and get on with a bit of drawing. If I don't pick up the camera again tonight, then I will be back tomorrow. I'm not sure what's happening tomorrow yet. If I'm not going to my mum's, then I may go into town. We'll have to see. It all depends. I mean, because my niece was supposed to be going into London tomorrow. And if that's the case, then I'm going to go and see my mum. But if she's not, then I'll probably stay here. So my mum's got someone with her, and then I can get on with going into town. I've got loads of other things that I need to do. So anyway, I'm rabbiting. I'm going to go and I'm going to drink my lovely tea and coffee and do some drawing. I'll see you in a bit. I cannot wait until this evening. I'm so excited about it. Anyway, bye.
Thrilled to be welcoming you this evening. Just a few housekeeping notes. Please do make sure your phones are off or switched to silent. I'll give you a minute. I'll check mine as well. Tonight's panel will be about 45-ish minutes. I know we did start a bit late. Unfortunately, we do still have a hard stop at 8, so we'll try to get to questions if we have time as well. And I am thrilled, though, to welcome to the stage Sir Christopher Frayling, the eminent film historian and also expert in all things Frankenstein, so who better to moderate this evening. So, Sir Christopher, welcome to the stage.
Thank you very much. So, a warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this very special celebration of Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, which is a film in some ways which Guillermo's entire professional career. It combines Guillermo's autobiography, Mary Shelley's autobiography, Victor Frankenstein's tale, and Creature's tale. So it's like 4 Gothic tales, all without science energy. This Frankenstein has recently been nominated for 8 BAFTAs and 9 Academy Awards. Round of applause. And we're absolutely delighted that in addition to Guillermo himself, we're about to be joined by 4 of the nominees in the categories production design, costume design, creature and prosthetic design, and original musical score. Guillermo del Toro has said that he wanted the film to be, quote, beautiful, sumptuous, and operatic, just like old Hollywood. So it's terrific that we have 3 of the key visualizers with us tonight, and it makes it very appropriate that it's all taking place in the Victorian Albert Museum. So ladies and gentlemen, will you please give a very warm welcome to Alexandre Desplat, the composer of the original score. To Mike Hill, the designer of the creature. To Kate Hawley, the costume designer. There you go, it's there. To Tamara Deveril, the production designer. And of course, the writer and director Guillermo del Toro. Sit you down, everyone.
Good afternoon, it's Wednesday afternoon and I'm just gonna nip to a charity shop. I'm gonna go to my favourite one. I'm not gonna go into town today. I just realised I've not got my mic, so apologies if the sound's a bit off. But yeah, I thought I'd go to my favourite charity shop. They normally tend to have some quite good bits in there. So yeah, well, let's see if I can strike lucky. Hello, I hope you can see me all right. The sun is really bearing in right now. I've just been to my favourite charity shop, and then we've just called into town afterwards. My husband's gone to get a latte, which is why I just thought I'd come to the camera. Again, I don't have my mic, so I do apologise, and I hope you can hear me all right. My God, I did strike lucky. I can't believe what I got in the charity shop. I'm going to do a separate video about it, because if I add it to this video, the video is probably going to be a very, very long video. So that will be coming out in the next few days. I can't believe it. I'll give you a quick sneak peek. I didn't give much away, did I? But I'm so excited to show you. Well, hello and good afternoon. It's Thursday afternoon, and I just thought I would quickly drop in and film a little bit for my vlog. I've just filmed my charity shop haul video, and I am about to film a jewellery unbagging, if the light keeps going, that is, because it's, what time is it actually? It's past 3, isn't it? Yeah, it's 3:15, so I've just done that again, haven't I? Clapped next to my microphone. I'm very irritating, aren't I? I do apologise. So yeah, the light is disappearing thick and fast, so I better get on with it really, but I'm just going to have my cup of tea first. I also wanted to come on here and show you a little delivery I got today. This is from, I did a pre-order for Tori Amos, who I have adored and been completely obsessed with since I was in my early teens. She has a new album coming out, I think it's May, and I pre-ordered I think it was a clear vinyl, or was it a white vinyl, I'm not sure, with a little signed card, and I also bought a couple of things as well to go alongside it, so I'm not going to get the vinyl yet, but I'll see if I can find the scissors. Oh, they're up there. I'll just see if I can tear it open. There we go. Not very strong, but you know, I can tear plastic. So I'm expecting it to, oh yeah, here we are. So it's my t-shirt. I got a Little Earthquakes t-shirt, which I'm probably gonna be wearing. Oh, I thought this was a women's fit. Oh no, I don't know. I wonder if it will shrink in the wash. I got 3XL because I thought it was going to be a women's fit, and I thought again it would shrink in the wash. But oh, I suppose that is. I suppose that's just a 3XL women's print type. Yeah, because it looks like an XL t-shirt size, so that should be fine. I think, gosh, since I've lost all this weight, sizing's thrown me off everywhere. But yeah, that should be fine, and it'll be a nice baggy fit for when I lose more weight. So how cool is that? I'm just gonna hold it up again. I adore her so much. She has been just a constant in my life since I was a angry little, well, not angry, emotional teen, I suppose. Yeah, I love her. I adore her. One of my favourite artists. Alongside Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, The Cure, Ludovico Einaudi, Beastie Boys, and many others. I thought I'd let you know that. Useless bit of information. So there's the invoice. I am missing my keyring. No, I'm not. There's another bag that came with it. I think I need another coffee. Losing my mind. There we are. This is so cool. Tori Amos has got a huge song, well, probably one of her biggest songs, called Cornflake Girl, and there's a character in the song that she refers to, hoping that this is picking up my mic and not the rustling, called Rabbit. And yeah, I got myself a little rabbit keyring, which I will probably put on my car keys. Anyway, this is just so cool. Because it's Rabbit, where'd you put the keys, girl? And that's where it says, Rabbit, where'd you put the keys? Can you see? How cool is that? Any Tori Amos fans out there? It's epic, isn't it? Let's be honest. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, that's amazing. That's put a huge grin on my face. Yes, I better get on with that jewellery unbagging, hadn't I? See you later. Good morning. Hope my mic's picking this up okay. This jumper's a bit big, so it's kind of the neck of it's pulling down a bit. Anyway, it's Friday morning and I've got a lot to do today, so I just wanted to pop on and sort of finish the video up really. So I want to just show you, I've recently joined, I don't know if anyone else is interested in this sort of thing, but I love it, Sussex Wildlife Trust. And they've sent me this lovely welcome pack. So they've sent a lovely bookmark there. They do talks throughout the year, and we've got a joint membership, so me and my husband can go along, and oh, it's just going to be fascinating. It'll be really good for me creatively as well, because I think just getting out there and sketching and drawing would just be a huge amount of fun. Got a little car sticker for my little Fiat 500. I've just been out in it. I've just done my daily drive, so that's done for the day, and I've been keeping that up now. I can't remember if it's been 3 or 4 weeks, but every single day, and I've been doing the main road as well every day, so I'm very proud of myself with that. So also we've got a Discovering Wildlife in Sussex book, so that would be lovely to, oh look at that, gorgeous. Is that a kingfisher? Very beautiful. Oh, lovely little dragonfly there as well. Oh, this looks, oh my god, this looks absolutely fantastic. My husband's going to really, really want to look through that. And, oh wow, Wildlife of Sussex calendar. That's amazing. Oh, look. I have to say, since moving here, the wildlife that we hear foxes, which isn't the loveliest sound, you know, but we hear them around here, and as you've seen from my videos, that we've got a little fox that visits our garden. We've also got squirrels everywhere. Drive a bit further afield, we've got pheasants. Actually, in our neighbourhood, I just drove past a pheasant in someone's garden because I was quite surprised to see it around here. I've seen a deer down there as well when we were walking the dogs. That's amazing. And as we drive through to where we live, I remember once before we moved here, I saw a stag and it was drinking from a little pond. And in fact, it might have just been a bit of collected water, because I don't think there's a pond there. But it was like time slowed. It was so beautiful to see. It was really very majestic and very gorgeous. And he had his big antlers, and it was honestly like everything went in slow motion. Sorry, I just clonked my mic again. It was such a beautiful thing to see. And yeah, there's some absolutely gorgeous wildlife around here, and we hear owls all the time. As well as hearing the Chichester Cathedral bells. We can hear that in our back garden sometimes in the evenings. It's really gorgeous. I love living around here, I really do. But I also love North Norfolk, and that we're going there again this year, and that pulls me. But I do really love West Sussex and Chichester particularly. I need to explore West Sussex a bit more because I don't really know it too much. My mum used to live in Chichester, but she lived all over Hampshire as well. She lived in Littlehampton, she's lived in, which is West Sussex, and yeah, I'm trying to think where else. But my nan and granddad, they used to be licensed victuallers, I think that's what they called it. Is that the right term? I'm not sure. And my nan and granddad used to run pubs. They used to work for Whitbread, I think, and yeah, they've run many pubs along the south coast, and that's why my mum lived in so many different places. But yeah, I do really want to have a look around West Sussex a bit more because I just love it. And Sussex in general. I don't know East Sussex at all, other than Brighton, but I don't really know that very well. Anyway, I'm rambling again. Very good at that. Wild Sussex, the autumn winter newsletter. Oh, I'm going to really enjoy going through this. I'm hoping I'll have time over the weekend and make a cup of coffee and sit down and have a good hour and a half going through all this. You know, it'd be really nice to sketch some of the pictures. Oh my god, what a brilliant idea. I'm going to do that. Yeah. Whilst the weather is still grim and I can't really get out of the house, I can practice my drawing and sketching with some of the beautiful pictures in this membership pack. So yeah, I'm pleased as punch to have joined the Sussex Wildlife Trust, and I'm really looking forward to going to their events and stuff when the weather picks up a bit. Goals wise for this week, I can't actually remember what my goals were other than it was to finish this book. I haven't picked it up other than then. Oh, I know, so this week has been a bit insane. There's been a lot going on and I just haven't had time, but I'm really hoping to crack into that this weekend as well. I want to have quite a nice relaxing weekend, go through the Sussex Wildlife Trust pack, read my book, maybe do a bit of cross stitch, do some drawing. And I also, that's another goal I was just coming to, wash the jewellery. I haven't done that yet. So I need to do that this weekend. And yeah, I think that was all my goals. I can't remember. I really should have watched the start of the video of this week. I've already uploaded it and edited it on my computer. I should have just watched that back before I come and finish the video here. But I didn't because I'm not the best prepared person. But yeah, I think that was the goals, wasn't it? And to try harder with my diet, which, you know, it hasn't gone too well this week. I've not gone off my diet, but the weight just does not seem to be shifting. But yeah, we'll see what happens when I weigh myself on Monday. But I am rabbiting on again. I've actually got another V&A event this evening, which is Wuthering Heights. I can't remember if Emerald Fennell's going to be there or not, because it would be really interesting if she is. But yeah, so I will film the little beginning starter bit like I did on the Guillermo del Toro one was it Wednesday, Tuesday? Oh my God, this week's been a blur. It's been lovely though. I've really enjoyed it. It's been really nice. I just wish that I had a bit more time to squeeze in a little bit more like the drawing, and if the weather had been better, I would have been out and about a little bit more. But you know, I got out and I got some great things in the charity shop on Wednesday. It's been a really good week, very productive, but I just wish it had been a little bit more productive. But anyway, I will leave this here. I will see you tomorrow with my charity shop haul. Bye.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. I should have this memorized by now. Thank you all so much for coming for this very special evening. I'm very pleased to welcome so many of you in this very packed lecture theatre. Thank you, as well as the many of you joining us online for tonight's look at the creation of a bold interpretation of Wuthering Heights in advance of the film's opening in the UK next Friday. So this is some sneak peeks you'll get this evening. For everyone here on site, the museum is open until 10 o'clock, so after tonight's talk, you're welcome to enjoy the rest of the museum. But of course, now it is my thrill to introduce tonight's speakers. The multi-award-winning filmmaker Emerald Fennell is known for her versatility, acting, writing, directing, from Saltburn to Promising Young Woman to Killing Eve, often exploring themes of gender and class to great acclaim. To themes that come through, of course, as well in the forthcoming original imagining of Wuthering Heights, which will be under discussion tonight. Joining Emerald this evening is costume designer Jacqueline Duran, whose award-winning work spans diverse worlds from Anna Karenina to Barbie before bringing her extensive talents to Wuthering Heights. And leading tonight's talk is V&A Theatre and Performance Curator Harriet Reid, and I know you're keen to hear from them all, so please do join me in welcoming to the stage Emerald Fennell, Jacqueline Duran, and Harriet Reid.
Hello, good evening to everyone here in the Lecture Theatre and to everyone online. We are absolutely thrilled to have you both here today. Obviously it was the premiere in London last night. You've been running around the world promoting the film, so thank you for making the time to be here. And for bringing these beautiful costumes. It's such a treat to have them.